What's up? What's up, YouTube? What's going on, guys? Look, I'm back here. I haven't done one of these drafts in a long time now, so I'm back on the stream and hoping we can kill a draft. Yeah, that is the plan. That is the hope. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go into I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna like this draft. Once I give it a like, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes to see if anyone jumps in this, because obviously we have some heads that join this draft and trying to get some people up in here, most definitely. So, boom, just gave it a like. What up, Ben? Yo, I'm about to hit this draft. You should draft. I'm doing a puppy. Doing a puppy today. Let's jump in, dude. I'm about to jump in right now. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I'm jumping in. Obviously, been a minute, man. I'm drafting again. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been watching some draft videos. Flock Fantasy. Shout out Mason Dodd. Yeah, he really holds it down for sure. Let's go. So Ben Haskell, who's in the chat, it goes at 4 right now. He's going at 4. I'm at 9. So nine's an interesting place to be. I gotta say uh, it's back there for sure. Don't expect any of these top guys to fall, but keep my eyes open for an AJ Brown. I might go AJ Brown over Devontae Adams. It's a tough one for me. That is a tough one. AJ Brown or Devontae Adams. Not sure right there. Probably take the person with the lower ADP, quite honestly, in that situation. But if a Stephon Diggs falls to me, I'll be happy with that. But man, oh man. So I go at 9, and then I go at 16. I made this song with the homie the other day. So I just sent him that version of the song. And yeah, I think it's dope. I think it's dope. It goes hard, I gotta say. And my song, I actually just submitted it to Spotify playlists, like to the curators, and yeah, that's what I did. I submitted that, John, and see if it makes it on the curator list. Ben goes with Tyreek Hill at 4 over Christian McCaffrey. So coming up in 2 picks is me. I'm not going to go Bijan. I'm going to go A.J. Brown or Stephon Diggs. And Devontae Adams, you got to give it up to the guy. He's definitely like that. It's a challenge for me to go Devontae Adams, even though he had a better season than both those cats last year. So Devontae Adams, 285 points, more points than any other player. So if AJ's off the board, I'm going Devontae. But if Bijan's off the board, I'll go AJ. And I can't even tell you, like, it's that close for me. It is that close for me. I feel wrong going either guy. I gotta say that. So he's gonna go Bijan here. And I did do some wide receiver rankings, and I ranked Devontae Adams over AJ Brown. but this is a huge challenge for me. This is throwing. I'm gonna go AJ Brown though. I said it the whole live stream, so I'm gonna go with AJ Brown, and I could totally be wrong here. Reason I like AJ Brown is because he's got a quarterback in that backfield who can get him the ball. He's comfortable with the quarterback. They went to the Super Bowl last season. The reason why I like Devontae Adams, he is the clear-cut number one. A.J. Brown is the number one as well. But Devontae Adams doesn't have someone to take away his receptions whatsoever. It's Devontae Adams over anyone else. So that's definitely a good pickup for Stevie Ball game at 11. Let's see where I'm going to go here. If Jonathan Taylor's on the board, I'll go Jonathan Taylor. I would consider Saquon Barkley. Saquon's off the board. So I want Garrett Wilson or Jonathan Taylor. But Amon-Ra St. Brown is on my list too. I just prefer Jonathan Taylor or Garrett Wilson. Not going to reach on a quarterback here. There's no way. So I get Garrett Wilson right here. Happy with this selection. I'm able to pair him up with a Aaron Rodgers. We'll see if it goes down, but right now it's looking like I might be able to get Aaron Rodgers. I'm not going to get Jalen Hurts. He's going to be off the board in 16 picks. We see here the CeeDee Lamb, Saquon Barkley connection combination. We have Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor. That's a good start. Austin Eckler, Amon-Ra St. Brown. You know, that's good. I would like to see this guy go maybe Austin Eckler a bit later. But it is what it is. You know, he's a good player. I got two wideouts, so definitely the value at wide receiver goes down as the draft goes. So this guy pairs up Josh Allen with Stephon Diggs. Here we go, and the man himself, Ben Haskell, is now up on the clock. So with Tyreek Hill, he pairs him up with Patrick Mahomes. All right, so he gets two ballers right there. He definitely gets two ballers, and Tyreek, Patty Mahomes. He gets Patrick Mahomes. 2 picks after Josh Allen, so you like that. That's a cool combo there. I mean, 2 explosive players can definitely be the number ones, whatever they do. There we go. Jalen Hurts goes with Cooper Kupp. It's a good start for these guys with a quarterback and wide receiver for sure. Jamar Chase. And who does this guy go with? DK Metcalf. Gets 2 big wide receiver ones. This guy pairs Justin Jefferson up with Nick Chubb. Can't be mad at that. He's going to go now again. So he gets Nick Chubb as his running back. And yeah, Nick Chubb could be a running back number 1. He goes Josh Jacobs. Probably would have liked to see him go with a wide receiver there, but hey, he saw his guy. Mahomes reeked like it's 2019. Damn, yeah. Yeah, he's going back to the Kansas City days for sure. I mean, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes combination is 2 of the best players in the league. It makes sense. Gotta say. So far, I'm liking Hoff Show. I like his Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, all those players, that combination. That's pretty cool. Tony Pollard goes off the board. A player who I think wins from the NFL draft for sure. Tony Pollard. They didn't draft a running back um, as a top player. They got Deuce Vaughn in the later rounds. So definitely a winner, Tony Pollard. Brees Hall, good player. Good player for sure. We're going to see how he bounced back from his injury. Now, with me being up, it's looking like I probably want to go with a running back. We're going to see what talents are on the board. I'm feeling a running back, though. I'm feeling a running back. Will it be the right guy? But if there is a popping wide receiver one, if I see a wide receiver one on the board when I go to look, it's no cap. I'll take him. So I'm gonna try to get Mark Andrews. I would probably prefer Mark Andrews or Calvin Ridley. I'm not gonna get Debo Samuel. I'll go. I've seen Mark Andrews fall before. This is why I'm hesitant to pick this player, but I'm gonna go ahead and take Mark Andrews. Now I'm back up in 5 picks, so that's for show. For show, for show. I got some players. If Mark Andrews can be the number one, this could make sense, this team. But I'm definitely putting a lot of stock in Mark Andrews getting him this high. I've seen him fall before, so. But I got a guy in mind that I wanted to draft at running back, so that's why I went ahead and Najee Harris went off the board. That's extremely disappointing for me. I thought the whole reason why I took Mark Andrews, I was thinking that I would be able to get my player. What do I do here? I'll go Justin Fields. I'll give him a shot. I typically would not go Justin Fields, but because all the running backs that I like are off the board, it made sense for me to do it. Now my quarterback two, I'm gonna try to pull in Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not gonna take him before ADP, anything like that. And I was close to going Christian Watson or DeAndre Hopkins, but decided it was best for me to go with a quarterback here. What I don't love about it is that I'm going to try to get Aaron Rodgers. So Justin Fields feels like a bit of a reach, even though his ADP is before where I took him. It still feels like uh, there could be a quarterback falling for sure. So now I have Justin Fields, and if another quarterback falls, I'm unlikely to take him unless it's Aaron Rodgers. So that's why Justin Fields could be good or bad. We'll have to see. Mark Andrews definitely. If I could, I might go Najee Harris right there because Najee goes, but I thought Najee was gonna fall back to me. This guy goes with 4 wide receivers off the board first, so he's got to pick up a running back, a tight end with his next pick at 50. He is not in a position to take another wide receiver. He might do it, but I don't think it would be good for him. Jamar Chase, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, Mike Williams. I like it. I like it so far for this guy. But come on, he needs somebody. It almost feels wrong to draft Justin Fields over Justin Herbert. I did it, but I feel like Justin Herbert offers the most upside, quite honestly. And again, Justin Fields, he gets his throwing down. Yeah, it could be something special. I'm obviously looking for. So, by the way, Ben gets DeAndre Hopkins, which I think is a great take right there. And he gets Drake London. Drake London, we're gonna have to see about that quarterback situation if that all works out for him with that quarterback, and if he can step up into that role, be the dude. We'll have to see. Surprisingly, um, due to Kyle Pitts is still on the board, so George Kittle's still here. I mean, Kyle Pitts is a bit farther, but there's no way I would go Aaron Jones here, and then hopefully I can get Dameon Pierce as well. So I already have my tight end, or else George Kittle will be on. So I'm gonna go Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones, because I don't have a running back, I'm gonna go Aaron Jones. But at the same time, he doesn't offer the maximum upside. A player with maximum upside right here would be Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce gives me the upside. I'd probably go Dameon Pierce, then Dalvin Cook, then Joe Mixon. That's how I'd rate it right now. I could easily see myself reaching on Dalvin Cook. He's not going to be there when I get back. But a third wide receiver wouldn't be terrible either. Gotta say, in 4 picks, if Dameon Pierce is off the board, a third wide receiver wouldn't be terrible. But who do I go in that situation? Who is my third wide receiver if I really want to pick one? It's looking like this guy is not going to go with Dameon Pierce. It probably wouldn't make sense for this guy. He's got 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. To go a third running back would be bold. The next dude could go running back and feel secure in what he's doing. Dameon Pierce goes off the board anyways. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take. I don't love this. Maybe it's a mistake going Dalvin Cook here, so I'm gonna go Mike Evans. I know I was talking all that big work about that next running back. I was talking about Joe Mixon, Dalvin Cook. I'm taking one of them. But you know what? I see some values down here. I see Cam Akers lingering. I see James Conner. I think Javonte Williams. One of these players could be big time upside for me. So that's why I didn't go with a running back. But, you know, there are other players also that I like. I just felt like getting that third wide receiver would do me the best right here. Mike Evans over George Pickens, though, that's what I did. I'm just feeling like now I'm for sure going running back in the next round. Most likely, that's what's gonna happen. Take a break right here. Take a piss. There's no doubt I want a running back, but who will I be able to pick up? Who is going to be on the board when I pick? 8 picks. Dalvin Cook, Cam Akers. They're no way. I wouldn't believe it if you told me they both fell to me or one of them fell to me. If they do, I'm obviously in there, but don't feel like it's going to happen. And me talking about this right now, it's just telling Ben Haskell. It's just telling him draft one of these players. So he's most likely going to go with the second running back here. He's in a similar position to me, but he's got 4 wide receivers, no tight ends, which not a bad build. It all depends on the tight end you get. So I could see him go Darren Waller, but does he pick again in the next few picks? No, he doesn't. He went Jordan Addison before this, so Jordan Addison definitely a good pickup for him. Can't argue with that pick. He's got some really good talent at wide receiver. But he's going to go ahead and he's going to select. Does he pull Darren Waller? He goes and he takes Cam Akers. Player I was probably the highest on out of all these. Got to look past that. Pick up a new player for sure. If he didn't take him, this guy probably would have. Yeah, he goes Rashad White. So I'm probably not going to go ahead and take James Conner this high. I'm going to hope that he can fall back to me. I'll probably go with another playmaker at wide receiver. Marquise Brown, not a bad selection. Only issue with Marquise Brown, I feel like, but maybe I should pull James Conner right here. Now that I'm thinking about it, look, these players have, there's this guy right next to me who I'm afraid is going to take James Conner. You think he's going to take James Conner? Maybe I don't pull James Conner quite yet. Maybe I'll go. The issue is if I go Brandon Cooks, I'm almost certain he might take Darren Waller though. So, and I could go Quentin Johnston here, but I'm going to go with Brandon Cooks. I'm going to just take a gamble with Brandon Cooks. Say he is the dude. So did I take the right risk? Will my player fall back to me? It's clear to me who I want to take. Will anyone select him before me? So I'm 3 picks away from this. It would be amazing if I'm able to pull this off. I'll be honest. Brandon Cooks over the Quentin Johnston versus Brandon Cooks. That is a tight one for me. Definitely a tight one. If my dude at running back goes, James Conner goes, I'm going to go and take Quentin Johnston. No, I shouldn't, should I? I'm going to take him. I probably shouldn't do this. Looking back, I'll be mad at myself. But I'm going to take him. If one of these running backs doesn't fall back to me, I will be mad. And they're not going to. I feel like I should have gone ahead and taken Javonte Williams. Honestly, how I feel right now. But at the same time, I got my wide receivers in there. And now, time to get some running backs late. But basically, all the rest of the running backs I'm going to take, they're all running back twos. So you don't love that I only have one running back one. And at that, my running back one splits time with somebody. So it's not as much upside as you would like. I think I definitely should have gone Javonte Williams there. But, hey, man, I wanted to pull this rookie, see what he did. Basically, I don't think there's a chance in hell that 3 of these players will make it back to me. But I'll take any one of these players. Ben takes the person I was probably highest on. I was definitely highest on Alvin Kamara. I was hoping no one would snipe that for me and he might be able to fall back to me because of his suspension. But I think once he comes back from suspension, he's going to be that top 5 running back in the league, like he always is. So definitely a good pick there. And I'm disappointed he didn't fall back to me. Almost for me, it's like if I didn't go running back, what am I doing? Because I might end up with only 5 wide receivers. Obviously, I'm gonna pick up another wide receiver, but it, for the bulk of this, I'm gonna keep going running backs. I might finish with 7 running backs now, quite honestly. Thankfully, I don't need to go with a tight end. I don't need to pick up a tight end until late. Now I don't need to pick up a wide receiver until late. And quarterback, maybe pick up Aaron Rodgers if he falls to me. And Javonte Williams goes off the board. No surprise there. Like I was saying, there's no chance any of these players fall back to me. It was just a shot in the dark. If it happened, it would have been amazing. But looking like that's not the case. So here we go. The next player selected, Michael Thomas. He could be huge upside. We got to see with him. Or he could be a loss of a pick. Like he could not even get on the field. That's the issue with Michael Thomas. When he's playing, he's a top dog, but you know what it is. David Njoku. It's a good tight end selection. I'm thinking Ben Haskell goes with Pat Freiermuth here, but he's a bit down the board still. But I I wouldn't be mad with a Pat Freiermuth reach for him. Just from the look of it though, he's got 3 running backs. I have 1. He's got Brees Hall. I got none. So yeah, man, that's why I'm thinking about this. That Najee one really. So James Cook off the board. That really hurts my heart. But Jamison Williams, another guy with suspension problems. He's gonna come back after week 6 and hopefully kill the draft, kill the games. When he's playing. So that could be an upside pick, upside player for sure. I'm up in 3 picks. Hoping a running back's on the board for me, and there are a couple. I don't want to go with AJ Dillon, but maybe I should. I don't want to go with AJ Dillon because I have Aaron Jones. I don't want to do it. I might go Zach Charbonnet. And why is Brian Robinson only valued at 144 points now? What happened? So Zach Charbonnet off the board. I can't go with AJ Dillon, and maybe fault me for this, but there's no way I go AJ Dillon, being that I have Aaron Jones. I don't see it, so I'm gonna go. He's off the board anyways. I'm gonna go and draft Brian Robinson. I'm not sure exactly why Brian Robinson is only valued at 144 points. He was closer to 170 before, so I don't know what happened with that. Going Devin A-Chain here wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, you definitely have some wide receivers already, so it could definitely make sense for you. Same with Alvin Kamara, that makes sense for you. You got 2 strong running backs already. But right here, I'm tossed up between Devin A-Chain, so he's off the board, so it makes it clear who I want to go. I'm not gonna select Aaron Rodgers. Maybe this is where I take Aaron Rodgers, but I'm gonna let him pass. And no way so Rashad Penny off the board. I'm gonna actually no, I don't want to go Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna go with Samaje Perine. This is not a good selection. As my second running back, as my third running back, I don't love Samaje Perine. I gotta say I don't love it. In 15 picks, I'd take Aaron Rodgers, but I'm sure he's going to be off the board. But I'll definitely eye up Aaron Rodgers. And this was my plan the whole time to go Aaron Rodgers, and I didn't take him because I'm so lacking at running back. But looking back, it's a challenge. I just hope Aaron Rodgers falls back to me, but it's not going to happen realistically. So you know I'm targeting a running back here. Khalil Herbert goes off the board. That's tough for me. That really hurts. And damn. So both the players I was going to target off the board. I don't necessarily love Jamal Williams. The reason I say that, he's got a number one. So, and Aaron Rodgers is going to go off the board right here. Aaron Rodgers. So I don't want to take any of these players, quite honestly. I kind of trapped myself by going 5 wide receivers off the bat. Kind of trapped myself. Even though I like these players a lot, it didn't allow me to expand my horizons, get other positions at all. So didn't allow for that. I think I probably will go Jamal Williams, but I don't love it in the long run. Did someone sign with? I thought maybe Ezekiel Elliott signed. Maybe one of these players signed. No, it doesn't look like it. I was thinking with Washington because I see players' numbers down, so gotta make me think. So Jamal Williams goes off the board. This is just not good for me at all. All of the players that I want to take are off the board, man. I think I'll probably go for a stack if Darnell Mooney's on the board. I'll probably stack Darnell Mooney and Justin Fields, but he's off the board too. So this draft just not going my way at all. I think because Antonio Gibson, I think he's gonna get points, but I think because of where I'm at, I'm almost being made to take Jerick McKinnon. Yeah, this is just not good for me at all. It's a tough draft. No running backs that I like. So now I'm actually up here, and I could go Zay Jones. Maybe go Zay Jones. Yeah, I think this is probably the my last wide receiver. Hope a Jerick McKinnon falls to me. Probably won't happen, but got to take some risks here. I'm not loving what I have, so got to take some big risks. It's the only way. Definitely worried about one of these teams right here taking him. And if they do, yo, I'm kind of screwed. I'll be honest. If I don't get this guy who I want right here, I'm kind of screwed. But here we go. I'm taking this risk. I'm taking this big risk. So right now I'm in the clear. And I'm not thinking Roshan Johnson will. I would take Roshan Johnson if he falls back to me. I don't think it's the right move to take him this early. I don't even think he's going to be that top player. So I'm worried about Thinner's fan. If Thinner's fan gets on the board, I'm pretty he could take Jarrett McKinnon. I wouldn't love it. But here we go. Here goes nothing. So this is the moment of truth. He takes Jarrett McKinnon. I'm gonna go and take Russ. And maybe that's where I take Roshan Johnson. You can fault me for not doing it, but probably take Roshan Johnson there. I'll be honest. Probably do it. Probably. Because Jordan Love's still on the board. Derek Carr. Kyler Murray might fall back. So probably the right move going Roshan Johnson there. But didn't make it happen. Didn't do it. Is it just me, or do you kind of like Deontay Foreman over him? I'm not sure. Basically, any running back I'm going to take now. So I'm done at wide receiver. Probably finish with more running backs than wide receivers. Is Ranston in this puppy draft too? I don't see Rand in here, but are you guys in a whole separate one? Because that would be impressive to me if Ben is doing 2 drafts at one time. I could see it. I could see it. I mean, he might be doing it. Roshan definitely a good player. I don't like that he just went. I don't like that at all. Probably should have gone with Roshan Johnson. Looking back again, your hindsight's 2020. This isn't gonna be my top draft. I'll say it right now. This isn't gonna be my top draft, but I can still push forward and try to make it the best it's gonna be. I'll feel stupid if I'll feel real stupid if Kyler Murray falls back to me. If Kyler Murray falls back another 9 picks and I took Russell Wilson, I'll feel stupid. And he's in 2 and he's watching something. He's really out here, bro. He's really doing it, bro. With Matthew Stafford, I think that's where I should have gone, Roshan Johnson. I think that last pick is where I should have let Russ fall. I know they're trying to let Russ cook, but I think that's where I should have let him fall. I should have snagged Roshan Johnson. What's good with all the sports not being on tonight? There are no sports on tonight at all. I'm like, oh, there's going to be a basketball game. Nope. They're all like next week or later this week. Nope. None of them Johns. None of them Johns are on. Come on now. All right, I don't know what's going on with this other draft, but it seems popping. It seems popping. Throw me a like a running back from the early round. So don't love that. Tyler Algier goes off the board. I would go with Greg Dulcich here, but because of the position I'm in, I'm gonna go and reach. So I don't usually teach this. I say if you reach, I teach, but I'm gonna be the reacher now. So Greg Dulcich still on the board. I think it makes sense for me, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna go take Raheem Mostert. Don't love it. Don't love it at all. But that's who I took. Next player I'm gonna take now, I'm gonna take Deontay Foreman. But pretty much after that, it's like Greg Dulcich all the way. If I weren't in such a bad running back position, it's so clear to me I would take Greg Dulcich right now. It's not even close. So my late round, I'll probably take a Gerald Everett or Mike Gesicki, someone like that. Because right now it'd be Greg Dulcich, but I'm in a position where I got to reach. Ezekiel Elliott wouldn't be terrible. Basically, I want to value Ezekiel Elliott above Deontay Foreman, but because of me skipping on Roshan Johnson, I want to just put the stock into Deontay Foreman. I want to say there's a reason I skipped on him because Deontay Foreman's going to be the true number two. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and take Deontay Foreman. And there's no way Ezekiel Elliott falls back to me, but I'll take Zeke. I'll be ecstatic if one of these players falls back to me. Probably not, but we can see if it does happen. Maybe I'd take a chance on Chase Brown. Devin Singletary could have a good year, but he's not an upside player necessarily. He's off the board anyways. Chase Brown could make sense. Maybe Chase Brown over Tank Bigsby. Don't love those players though. That's just hoping an injury happens basically, and is Tank Bigsby even fast? Like I feel like because his name is Tank, it just makes me think it's like a big dude who doesn't know how to move. I haven't watched enough of his film. I don't know about Tank Bigsby. I don't know if I should trust him at all. Uh, we should always be the mine. Greg Dulcich off the board. Clear who I want to take here. But at the beginning of this wait, I was already saying I don't think Ezekiel Elliott or Greg Dulcich are going to make it to me. So if it does happen, I'd be happy, but I don't think it's going to happen. Y'all are over in the other draft just sniping each other. Absolutely sniping each other. That is Ezekiel Elliott goes off the board. That's tough. I think you can make an argument for Marvin Mims. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do it. There's not anyone else I like. You could say Tank Bigsby, maybe get some playing time. Marvin Mims goes. I'll go Tank Bigsby if he falls to me. I'll do it. I don't love it, but I'll do it. I'm going to finish with 8 running backs. This doesn't make any sense. This team doesn't make any sense. I'm going to finish with 8 running backs. Tank goes, so. Alright, I'll take a Rondale Moore or Curtis Samuel. If Rondale's off the board, I'll go Curtis Samuel, but I'll take Rondale Moore. And, maybe Rondale's not the best person to put stock into, but I'll take him. Go ahead and select Rondale Moore. No production in the last 2 seasons. Absolutely awful production, but if he takes a step up this year, I have him. So you could take that step up in production. My next selection, I'm going to reach super high on this. And I wouldn't be doing this unless I were in absolute need, and I am. I don't have another player. I don't have another running back that I feel good about. So because of that, I'm going to reach 15 picks on Leonard Fournette. You can't love all this reaching. But look, I feel like I don't have a dude. He's the next person I see in line. I mean, he had almost 200 points last season. He's got to be my next pick. Kareem Hunt maybe after that, but that's pretty much the only player I like. I don't love that Kenny Pickett's on the board when I could have gotten another player, but I'll go with Leonard Fournette there. Guys, I'm going to take a piss. I know, my bladder's full as hell. I've been drinking lots of Cokes, as per usual. But, yeah, man. Maybe even get myself a, what do you call it? A seltzer or something. Some sparkling water. You know I'm back in here. You know I'm back in here. Ben's about to pick. He's got one quarterback. He's got to go quarterback here. Non-wide receiver. So he's in a tough position. He's got to go quarterback and got to go tight end. Obviously, I need a second tight end too. I don't love that I need a second tight end. When you're in this position, you got to do what you got to do. Bobby Woods. Ben, you couldn't do that, Ben. You needed a quarterback and you needed a tight end. Dude, you probably did your team in. But, I mean, my top team last year only had one tight end. So, you're not... Oh, shit. By the way, Mike Gesicki goes off the board, which that was going to be my tight end. But, do I want Hayden Hurst or Tyler Conklin? I'm going to gamble with Hayden Hurst. But it's close to Tyler Conklin. It is close to Tyler Conklin could go out there and have an amazing season. Guys, we don't know what Hayden Hurst is capable of in Carolina. We don't know what Tyler Conklin's capable of in New York. So I'm split here between both these players. I don't know if I'd want Hayden Hurst or Tyler Conklin. If we had more people in the chat that were truly watching close here and not dealing with other tournaments, I would ask. But do I go Hayden Hurst or Tyler Conklin? This is tough for me. I'd probably go Tyler Conklin, but I'm going Hayden Hurst. Yeah, that probably should have been Tyler Conklin. Now I'm just thinking about it. I just didn't have Aaron Rodgers, and that's why I didn't want to pick up Tyler Conklin. But as a tight end 2, it probably makes the most sense to go Tyler Conklin. I don't love Hayden Hurst as a tight end 2, but it could work for me. But got the Baltimore connection. But definitely a tight one with Tyler Conklin and Hayden Hurst. Gotta say that. Now, final player. Should my final player be a wide receiver or tight end? I might want to go another tight end here, but I could go wide receiver. I'd have no issue with going Tim Patrick. Yeah, so with Tyler Conklin just going off the board, I don't want to go with another tight end. There's no one I love. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up Tim Patrick. I'm going to do it. and Tim Patrick could develop into nothing because there's a new wide receiver in town there, and he could be the wide receiver three. But coming off the injury, especially if they trade somebody in Denver, which it's not looking likely at this point, but if they do trade somebody, Tim Patrick way up the board, Marvin Mims way up the board. But that's the issue. There's Marvin Mims there, but he did have a great season when he played 2 years ago. So because of that, he might have some upside at the end of the season. I have Russell Wilson, so I'm just gonna give it a connection. Why bada boom, bada bing, and say Tim Patrick. So that's a full draft for me. That's a full draft. Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, two dogs, two light skin. Uh, I was looking for some word there. I don't know. Killers, light skin killers. I'll say. Um, Justin Fields rushing upside. Russell Wilson big arm upside. So could definitely do some things there. Running back, very interesting for me. Probably could have done a better job selecting a running back earlier. But I got Aaron Jones, Brian Robinson, who is the number one in Washington, but for some reason his projected points have gone down by 30. So I'm not sure why that is. So Brian Robinson, Aaron Jones, who takes backfield work with another cat, which can't love that. But it does keep him healthy, but I want upside, upside. So Majay P. Ron, we'll see how he does incoming. You know, Raheem Mostert, he could still be the number one even with them. Now, the staff in Miami looks so up. Like, they looked so happy about taking Devin A-Chain that I wanted to take Devin A-Chain in this draft, but he got selected. But they looked so happy about Devin A-Chain that I can't see Raheem Mostert being the number one. Obviously, he's got to go on the field and prove himself, but they just seem so hype about Devin A-Chain. Raheem Mostert almost gets faded, in my opinion, but still took him because you never know. He's a fast cat. He had 150 points last season. Maybe he's in the rotation and someone else gets faded. But most likely they'll have a three running back system. And I hope they have a two running back system. And it's Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane. But they do have Jeff Wilson as well, who had a similar stat line as Raheem Mostert. So because of that, Raheem Mostert gets faded a little bit. Deontay Foreman, 50% Achane in the 80 drafts I've done. Damn, bro. That is, especially his ADP from a couple months ago. That's amazing. I think Devin Achane is one of the top sleepers, bro. I'm not sure how Raheem Mostert is supposed to get 128 points, and Achane is only valued at 90 points. You gotta at least put them in similar numbers. Like, he's a running back, so he steps on the field and he produces from the start from his rookie year. That's what running backs do. So, you know, Raheem Mostert is just a shot in the dark. Deontay Foreman, I almost took Roshan Johnson. I was so close to taking Roshan Johnson, but I said Deontay Foreman might end up being the number two there. Now that I think of it, Roshan Johnson got taken in the fourth round. Fourth round running backs are still valuable. That's yeah, I think they're semi-accurate, but definitely see your point. Like, projected numbers are fucking almost stupid, but I understand why they're there. So, but here's the thing: A Chain is gonna be like that, but dude, he's got two running backs. It's not just Jeff Wilson; it's also Raheem. So, how are they gonna play that in Miami? Yeah, man. A Chain, A Chain, A Chain. But Mostert, Deontay Foreman. If he's the running back too, there, like I was saying, Roshan Johnson is he got picked in the fourth, so that's pretty good for a running back getting picked in the fourth round. It means you're going to get some touches. So if he proves himself, Roshan Johnson's going to be the number two, and Deontay Foreman's going to get faded. So hopefully Deontay ends up, because of this draft, hopefully Deontay Foreman is the number two, and Roshan Johnson is kind of that guy that maybe they're feeling like we might have missed in this draft, or we're going to save him. They're not going to save him. He's a running back. They're going to play him. So if they like Roshan Johnson, he's going to get touches over Deontay Foreman. That's how it is. That's the running back position. So that's why I like Roshan. I do. But Deontay Foreman, that's who I picked. I have some Deontay Foreman stock, so just figured let's take the shot in the dark. Deontay Foreman, they like him better. They're going to play him. Yeah, that one's close for me, though. Leonard Fournette. Let's see where Leonard Fournette goes. Yeah, bro. I had a fucking ton of. Yeah, I had a good amount of Kenneth Walker, but not too much to where. Yeah, he's getting less production, but we'll see. Leonard Fournette. Where does Leonard Fournette end up going? Where does Lenny go? Give your best guess. Where could Fournette fall? I was about to say the Bucks, but hell no, he's not going to the Bucks. He just came from there. There's a reason he's not there anymore. Not going to the Bucks. Where could Leonard Fournette go? Not the Panthers. I don't think he's going to go to the Panthers. Lenny to Dallas. That's not bad. That would almost make sense. Leonard Fournette goes to Dallas. That wouldn't be bad. That makes sense. All right. I could see that for sure. Then my wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Brandon Cooks, Quentin Johnson. Definitely some upside. Definitely the best part of my draft, wide receivers, but it's because I went like 5 wideouts in the first 8 rounds. So many. Running back is my issue. Wide receivers, where I have the best talent. Definitely some dudes there. Like dudes all over the board. These two are sort of maybe. And then Zay Jones, he's going to end up being the 3rd wide receiver this year, so maybe his production goes down a little bit. These rest of these guys, huge upside. Mark Andrews, that could be number 1 tight end. Could be right next to Kelsey. They could keep that going. Hayden Hurst, all right. Like, he could be the dude in Carolina, but it still only means probably 100 points. You know what I mean? Like, him being the dude still doesn't correlate to that many points, in my opinion. So overall, it's I want to call it a good draft. I do. Just got to see about some of these running backs because I can't see many 20, 30-point games for these guys. That's what you want to see. You want to see 2 guys a week get 20 points. If you get 2 running backs in your lineup a week that gets 20 points, you're way more likely to win your league than having, let's see, Aaron Jones. I'll call it 25. He's probably going to get 20 a week, but I'll say 25 one week. Brian Robinson, I don't even want to put a value on Aaron Jones. Like, that's my top running back, so just do your thing. Brian Robinson, bro, probably like 15, 20. But we'll see if he breaks out this year. This season could be amazing for him. But they do have a second running back there. But Brian Robinson could be the dude, all right? Samaje Perine, he's not the number 1. He's a clear-cut number 2. So we'll see what he does there as a number 2. I think they're going to rotate him with other cat with name Javante Williams. Javante Williams off the injury, so maybe they get equal time at least for the first, but not in the later rounds, not in 15, 16, 17. So that's where Samaje Perine kind of falls, unless Javante gets hurt, obviously injuries. But if everything is the same as now, and Raheem Mostert, maybe something happens with Devin Achane and they like him more than Jeff Wilson, and Raheem Mostert is the number one and he breaks off a couple 90-yard touchdowns. Who knows? That could happen for him. It's a possibility. Deontay Foreman, don't expect much from him. But it is Khalil Herbert as the number one. So they're going to rotate someone. Hopefully it's Deontay Foreman, not Roschon Johnson. Leonard Fournette could come back in the league and be something. But I still only project him getting like 10 points a game. And then maybe a good game he gets 20. Maybe he gets like a touchdown and then like, I don't know, like 70 yards. Like maybe that's max. So maybe that happens a couple times in the right times. And it's all about timing, everything working out at the right time. But yeah, guys, that is a draft. So I'm not going to do another one today. I got to save these. My $15 is now my last $15 for this. So making no more deposits. So I got to really, that's why I've been waiting. Part of why I've been waiting so long to do this video now. But I'll probably be waiting again a good while before the next one. So definitely tune in on the next video. And I'm going to want to do another entry before it ends for sure. But definitely, thanks for watching, guys. It was a good time as always. And peace. All right, y'all.